What's up? I'm back with another pixel art tutorial, part of my Braixen pixel art, and it's going to be the final part of my Braixen pixel art tutorial. So, where we last left off, we pretty much finished the entire head, and we're going to get straight into the tail, because the tail is the last part we got to outline with the black concrete. And then, yeah, let's get straight into this, because I hope to God this will take under an hour, unlike Charmeleon's last part did. So anyways, let's get started on the tail. Go to the it's the three sets of twos that are going horizontal on the lower level to the right. On the bottom here, I'm going to go ahead and go to the markers. And because we don't need the markers, let's go all the way back up and also get rid of the marker up above here so we can start our amazing tail. So let's go over here and get rid of that placement block, or slash marker, or marker or something like that. Alright, let's go over to the three sets of twos in the bottom. Alright, to start things off, we're going to be placing 3 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 3 blocks. That's 1, 2, 3. Alright, once you've done that, we're going to be placing 4 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. So that's 4 blocks. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, now place 5 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. So that's 5. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And starting on top of the second to last block of the 5 here, we're going to be placing 3 blocks going diagonal up to the left. That's 1, 2, and 3. Alright, heading back to the right block of the 5. We're going to be placing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we're placing 16 blocks that are going horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 16. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 blocks. Let's go to the placement block. Have it all the way back over. Now from here, we're going to be placing 5 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the right this time. So we're going to bring it back up. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Now place 4 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the right. So that's 4 blocks. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 3 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. And now 2 sets of twos going horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 2. That's 2 sets of twos. Alright, now place 2 blocks going diagonal up to the right. That's 1 and 2. And starting on top of the block that we just placed, the second block, we're going to be placing 5 blocks to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, starting on top of the second to last block of the 5 that we just created, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going diagonal up to the right. That's 1 and 2. Alright, now place 2 blocks going up to the right. That's 1, 2. Now 1 block going up to the right. That's 1. And now 2 sets of twos going up to the right. That's 1, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 2. That's 2 sets of twos. And now 3 blocks going up to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. Alright, and for the very right side of the pixel art, we're going to be placing 5 blocks going up to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Before we continue on, we're going to go over to the bottom block of the 5 here. We're going to go right underneath it. We're going to look down without moving left or right. We're going to be dropping straight down, and you should be landing on the placement block I had you placed in the previous part. It's the first part of this tutorial, the very beginning of this tutorial series. If you have, you're doing everything correctly so far. If you haven't tried to see if you try to see where you've gone wrong, where you may have gone wrong, just gotta get rid of the placement block, or get rid of the right base number, or right edge number. Anyways, let's go over to the 5 here. Go back to the 5. Anyways, we're gonna be placing on the left side of the top block 3 blocks going diagonal down to the left. That's 1 and 2. All right. Now place 2 sets of twos going horizontal on the lower level to the left. That's 1, 2, 1. And 1, 2, 2. That's 2 sets of twos. And now 4 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to bring it back up by placing 2 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the left. That's 1, 2. And now 3 blocks going diagonal up to the left. That's 1, 2, and 3. And then 2 blocks going up to the left. That's 1, 2. And then 3 blocks going up to the left. That's 1, 2, 3. Now place a connected, let's see, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're placing a connected 9 blocks going down to the left in the bottom block of this right here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, starting on the second to last block of the 9 here, we're going to be placing 2 blocks to the left. That's 1, 2. Alright, head back to the bottom block of the 9. We're going to be placing 2 blocks going down to the right. That's 1, 2. Alright, heading back up to the 3 here. We're going to be placing 4 blocks going up to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, now place 7 blocks going up to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. Now we're going to bring it back up to the right. We're going to be placing 9 blocks, I believe, or 10 blocks. Let me see. It's 10 blocks going up to the right. So we're going to be placing 10 blocks going up to the right. So we're switching sides. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright. I'm going to make sure this is 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. Alright. Now we're going to be placing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're going to be placing 12 blocks going up to the right next. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, now we're going to switch sides again by placing 7 blocks. Not 7, it's 6 blocks going up to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, now 5, not 5, it's 4 blocks going up to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And now 2 sets of 3s going up to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 2. That's 2 sets of 3s. Alright, now 2 sets of 2s going up to the left. That's 1, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 2. That's 2 sets of 2s. And now 5 blocks going diagonal up to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright, so on top of the middle block of the 5 here, the 5 that's going diagonal, on top, we're going to be placing 4 blocks to the, not 4 blocks, 3 blocks to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. Alright. Now we're going to be placing 3 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. Alright, before we continue that, we're going to go over to the 1 block that's going diagonal up to the left from these other 4 here. From here, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the left. That's 1, 2. And then 1 block going up to the left. That's 1. Alright. Let's head back to the 3 here. On the right side, we're going to be placing 1 block going up to the right. That's 1. And now 2 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the left. So we're going to switch sides again. That's 1, 2. Alright. Now 2 sets of 3s going horizontal on the upper level to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 2. That's 2 sets of 3s. And now 1 block going up to the left. That's 1. And now 2 sets of, it's 4 sets of 2s going up to the right. That's 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 4. That's 4 sets of 2s going to place some blocks. Alright, head back up. Now from the top block of these 2 here, we're going to be placing 2 sets of 3s going horizontal on the lower levels to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 1, and 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2. That's 2 sets of 3s. Alright, now place 3, it's 4 sets of 2s actually. 4 sets of 2s going horizontal on the lower level to the left. That's 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 4. That's 4 sets of 2s. Let's go to placing blocks. Alright, we're going to do a few things with these 4 sets of 2s. We're going to start on the second block that's going horizontal. Let's go on top of the left block. We're going to be placing 2 blocks on top. That's 1, 2. Alright, going over to the 4th set now. Underneath the left block, we're going to be placing 1 block. So that's 1. Alright, head back to the left block of these 2 here. We're going to be placing 4 blocks going up to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, place a connected 2 blocks going up to the left. That's 1, 2. And then place 2 blocks going up to the left. That's 1, 2. And then place 3 blocks going up to the left. That's 1, 2, 3. And now 2 blocks going up to the left. That's 1, 2. And then 1 block going up to the left. That's 1. Now I'm going to bring it down by placing 4 blocks going down to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 5 blocks going down to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then place 4 blocks going down to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to put 1 to the right in the bottom block of this 4 here. Place 1 there. And then on the left side, we're going to be placing 6 blocks to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. Now we're going to be placing 4 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the left. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. And then place 3 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the left. That's 1, 2, 3. Alright. Now 2 sets of 2s going horizontal on the lower level to the left. That's 2 sets of 2s. That's 1, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 2. That's 2 sets of 2s. It should be making contact with those 5 blocks that are going diagonal add to place. So everything should be looking exactly like this so far. So now that you've done that, we're going to go back to the bottom here. We're going to go over to these 2 that are sticking out on the left side of these 9 blocks. These connected 9 here on the bottom of the tail. So from here, on the left block, from the left block anyways, we're going to be placing 3 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the left. That's 1, 2, 3. That's 1, 2, 3. Alright. Now underneath the left block of these 3 that we each created, underneath, we're going to be placing 5 blocks underneath. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Now place a connected 2 blocks going down to the right. That's 1, 2. And then starting on the left side of the middle block of these 5 here, we're going to be placing 5 blocks going diagonal up to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright. And now place 2 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the left. That's 1, 2. And then 3 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the left again. Now that's 1, 2, 3. Alright, now starting underneath the left block of these 3 here, we're going to be placing 5, not 5, it's 4 underneath it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And place 4 blocks going down to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, now place 2 sets of 3s going down to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 1. And 1, 2, 3, 2. That's 2 sets of 3s. And place 2 blocks going down to the right. That's 1, 2. Actually, no, it's actually 2 sets of 2s. It's not 1 set. It's 2 sets of 2s. Alright. Starting underneath the bottom block of these 2 here that we just created, we're going to put 1 to the right. And then we're going to put 6 to the left of it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, now place 5 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It should be making contact with those 3 blocks that are going diagonal. So everything should be looking exactly like it is so far. Alright, so let's go ahead and finish the outlining for the stick. Let's go ahead and do that now. Let's go over to the top here, the top of the tail here. Let's go over to these 4 that are going up to the left in these 4 sets of 2s here. Let's go over to the top block. We're going to be placing 2 blocks up to the right, I believe. Let me check. Here we're going to be placing 3 blocks. Actually, yeah, we're going to be placing 3 blocks going up to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. Alright, now place 4 blocks going up to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And now 3 sets of 3s going up to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. And 1, 2, 3, 3. That's 3 sets of 3s. And now place 2 sets of 2s going up to the right. That's 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 2. That's 2 sets of 2s. Alright. Now place 4 blocks going up to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And now 2 blocks going up to the right. That's 1, 2. Alright, now 6 blocks going up to the right. Actually, no, let me see. Actually, yeah, 2 sets of 6 going up to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2. That's 2 sets of 6. Let's go to the base and blocks. Alright. And now place 5 blocks going up to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Now place 3 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. And now place 7 blocks going down to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now place 6 blocks going down to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now place 3 blocks going down to the right again. That's 1, 2, 3. And we're switching sides from here and out here a lot. And now place 2 blocks going down to the right again. That's 1, 2. Alright, heading back to the top out of these 3 here. We're going to be placing 3 blocks going up to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. And then place 5 sets of 2s going up to the right. That's 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, and 1, 2, 5. That's 5 sets of 2s. Go to the placing blocks. Alright. Now 1 block going up to the right. That's 1. And now 2 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2. Alright, now place 1 block going down to the right. That's 1. And now 3 blocks going down to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. And then place 5 blocks going down to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to bring it down to the left by placing 2 blocks going down to the left first. That's 1, 2. And now 1 block going down to the left. That's 1. And now 2 sets of 2s going down to the left. That's 1, 2, 1. And 1, 2, 2. That's 2 sets of 2s. And now 1 block going down to the left. That's 1. And now 3 sets of 2s going down to the left. That's 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 2. And 1, 2, 3. That's 3 sets of 2s. Alright. Now place 1 block going down to the left. That's 1. I want to make sure, though, actually. Actually, no, it's not 3 sets of 2s. It's 2 sets of 2s. And then 1 block going down to the left. That's 1. Alright. Now 3 sets of 2s going down to the left. That's 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, and 1, 2, 3. That's 3 sets of 2s. Alright. Now we're going to be placing 1 block going down to the left. That's 1. Now 2 blocks going down to the left. That's 1, 2. I'm going to go ahead and repeat this exact pattern right here that I just highlighted. Let's do that 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do that 4 more times. So that's 1, 2, that's 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 4. That's 4 sets of those. Alright, and to finish this off, we're going to be placing 1 block going down to the left. That's 1. Now if I back a bit, so you can see that everything should be looking exactly like this so far. Alright, now I'm going to go back to the top. I'm going to go over to these 2 blocks here that are hanging out from these 3 here. Let's go over to the bottom block. With the placement block, we're going to switch to the placement block. We're going to be placing 3 blocks going diagonal down to the left, starting underneath these 2 blocks here. That's 1, 2, and 3. Alright, now let's switch to the black concrete. We're going to be placing 1 block going down to the left from these 3 blocks, so I'm going diagonal with the placement blocks. That's 1. Start the placement blocks. Alright, now place 2 blocks going down to the left. That's 1, 2. And it should look like this. Alright, I think when it comes to the black concrete, I think we're basically completely done with it. Let me see if I'm missing anything with the black concrete here. I don't think we're missing anything. I'm just double checking right now. Nope, I don't think we're missing anything with the black concrete. So I think we're completely done with the black concrete. So we can go ahead and get rid of the black concrete for right now, and we can switch to other blocks now. I'm going to start with the brown colors. Let's go ahead and fill in the stick here. I think because it may not be the hardest to do in terms of like detail and stuff. It might not be the most detailed in the entire pixel art. I don't know. Alright. Let's start with the brown wool. Not the brown wool. Let's go to the top of this entire area. We're going to go over to the 6 here. The second set of the 2 sets of 6 here. We're going to go over to the 3rd block. On the right side, we're going to be placing 1 block. So that's 1. And then place 2 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2. Alright, once you've done that, we're going to go over to the 5 sets of 2s going over here. We're going to go over to the 3rd set. Yeah, we're going to go over to the 3rd set. On the bottom block, we're going to be placing 1 block. So that's 1. And then place 2 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2. And then place 4 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, once you've done that, we're going to go back to the bottom. We're going to switch to our black terracotta. Now the black terracotta, we're going to go over to the 3 sets of 3s here. I had to place earlier. We're going to go over to the 3rd set. So from the bottom block, we're going to be placing 1 block going down to the right. That's 1. With the black concrete, not the black terracotta, not the black concrete. Alright, now place 2 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2. Alright, now place 4 blocks going diagonal up to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's go to placing blocks. Alright, now place 2 blocks. Actually, no, it's 2 sets of 2s going horizontal on the upper level to the right. That is 1, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 2. That's 2 sets of 2s. And to finish this off, place 1 block going up to the right. That's 1. Alright, now switch to the brown terracotta. Now the brown terracotta, we're going to go over to the 2 sets of 2s here, not too far from the 3 sets of 3s. Alright, going over to the 2nd set. Underneath it, we're going to place 2 blocks to the right. That's 1, 2. Alright, now place 1 block going up to the right. That's 1. And now 2 blocks. Actually, no, we're going to go ahead and repeat this exact pattern right here. I just highlighted 1 more time. So that's 1, 2. That's 1, 2, and 1. Just like that. Alright, I'm going to go over to this 1 block that's going diagonal. From here, place 3 sets of 2s going horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. That's 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 2. And 1, 2, 3. That's 3 sets of 2s. With the brown terracotta. Alright, so now we can go ahead and do a little cut. So pay close attention because this is going to be, this is Gonna be quite a few. There's gonna be quite a few blocks here that we're gonna use here. So we're gonna start with the brown concrete powder. Now the brown concrete powder, everything above the brown will outline. So both of these empty spaces get filled in with the brown concrete powder. And once you've done that, we're gonna switch to the brown wool. Now the brown wool, everything below the brown wool outlining here gets filled in with the brown wool, and it even dips down a little bit in between here, and it goes up. It goes back up here. So it's just one entire empty space here. So it's alright. Now switch to the brown terracotta. Now the brown terracotta, I'm filling this empty space here up below the brown concrete. Not the brown concrete, the brown terracotta outlining. This gets filled in with brown terracotta. And once you've done that, switch to black terracotta. Now the black terracotta, everything below the black terracotta outlining here gets filled in with black terracotta. So again, these two empty spaces up here get filled in with brown concrete powder. And then this empty space here is filled in with brown wool. And then this empty space here gets filled in with brown terracotta. And then this empty space here gets filled in with black terracotta. So go ahead and do that now. And when you're done filling it all in, it should look like this. So now we're going to go ahead and completely get rid of all four of those blocks there, because we don't need them anymore. I think, we're done with them completely. So yeah. Alright, let's move on to the tail now. We're going to go ahead and fill in the tail. Let's start with the orange blocks, and we're going to fill in the bottom area of the tail first. Let's switch to the... I'm going to need the orange terracotta and the orange concrete. Alright, let's start with the orange terracotta. Let's go all the way down here to this smaller empty space here. We're going to go over to the left side. I'm going over to these 5 here. We're going to be placing... on the third block, I think. Actually, no. Yeah, we're going to place on the middle block underneath it. We're going to be placing 1 block underneath. So that's 1. Alright. Now we're going to be placing 14 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14. Yeah. Alright, let's go to the placing block. I'm going to put that there. Alright. Now 1 block going down to the right, that's 1. And then 1 block going down to the left, that's 1. Alright, that finishes that part off anyways. Let's go over to the right. Just go over to the top right corner here. Let's go over to the 2 sets of 2s that I had you place, going horizontal on the lower level to the left. Let's go over to the left block of these 2 here. We're going to be placing 1 block, so that's 1. And then place 3 blocks on horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. And then place 2 blocks on horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2. So it should look like this. Alright, so I think what we're gonna do I think we're gonna do the tail. Let's switch to the yellow terracotta. I think we're gonna do the tail first before we fill those in. Let's go over to the bottom block of these 12 here. Let's go over to the left side. I didn't mean to break that. Alright, going to the bottom block. We're gonna be placing 3 blocks to the left. That's 1, 2, 3. Alright. Now place 2 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the left. That's 1, 2. Swap these over. Alright. Now place 1 block going on to the left. That's 1. And now 4 blocks going down to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And now 4 blocks going down to the right. So we're switching sides again. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, switching sides again by placing 1 block going down to the left. That's 1. Now place 2 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the left. That's 1, 2. And now 3 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the left. That's 1, 2, 3. And now 3 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the left. That's 1, 2, 3. And then 2 sets of 2s going horizontal on the lower level to the left. That's 1, 2, 1. And 1, 2, 2. That's 2 sets of 2s. And then 3 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the left. That's 1, 2, 3. And then 4 sets of 2s going horizontal on the lower level to the left. That's 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 4. That's 4 sets of 2s. Alright. Now place 7 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. And now place 4 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then for the moment's truth, place 2 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the left. That's 1, 2. It should be making contact with the third set and the third block of the third block of the third set of the 4 sets of threes there. No, the third set of the 4 sets, the 3 sets of fours. I meant. Yeah. All right. So now that you've done that, we're gonna go over to the top. Actually, we're gonna go over to the top here. We're gonna go over to the very top of the tail. Let's go over to the 2 blocks that are going horizontal below to the left, with the 1 block that's going diagonal on to the right from it, and 1 block going up to the left from it. Shouldn't be too hard to find. Didn't mean to break that. Alright, now we're going to switch back to the yellow. We're going to maintain with the yellow terracotta by placing 1 block to the right of it. And then place 2 blocks going up to the right. That's 1, 2. So it should look like this. Alright, once you've done that, we're going to do a little filling in process. So pay close attention. So the blocks that we're going to need right now are the yellow concrete powder, the yellow terracotta, the orange concrete, and the orange terracotta. Alright, we're going to start with the orange concrete. Now with the orange concrete, everything below and above the orange terracotta outlining here that we created, it gets filled in with orange terracotta. Of course, staying within the black concrete outlining, fill those both in with the orange concrete. And once you've done that, switch to the orange terracotta. Now the orange terracotta, this empty space here, this large empty space here, gets filled in with orange terracotta. Now switch to after that, once you've done that, switch to the orange terracotta. No, not orange terracotta, the yellow concrete powder. Now the yellow concrete powder, we're going to fill in this entire empty space here that goes from the middle of basically the center of the tail, going all the way up to the top of the top of the tail, including going over to the right there a little bit, and then goes back down. Alright? And once you've done that, switch to the yellow terracotta. Not the yellow terracotta. Everything on the right side of this yellow terracotta outlining is filled with the yellow terracotta, as well as everything below it as well also gets filled in with the yellow terracotta. So let me go ahead and recap. These 2 empty spaces get filled in with orange concrete, and then this empty space gets filled in with orange terracotta, and these 2 empty spaces get filled in with yellow terracotta, and then this entire empty space here gets filled in with yellow concrete powder. So go ahead and do that now. And when you're done filling it all in, it should look like this. So now we're going to go ahead and work on the body now. So let's go over to the next area. We're going to go ahead and put away the yellow concrete powder, as well as the yellow terracotta, and the orange concrete and the orange terracotta. I'm going to put all those away for right now. I'm going to switch to the gray blocks, the gray concrete, the gray wool, and the light gray concrete, I think. Yeah, let's switch to all these blocks here. Alright, let's go ahead and go over to the bottom left corner. Let's start with the bottom left corner anyways. Alright, I'm going to start with the light gray concrete. Now with the light gray concrete in hand, we're going to go over to the left. We're going to go over to the 2 sets of 2s here. We're going to go to the top block on the right side, place 1 block to the right. That's 1. And now place 2 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2. And now 3 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. From this block, that's this extra black concrete that's going horizontal to the right of the 2 blocks that you just placed. So that's 1, 2, 3. Alright, now place 1 block going it's 2 blocks going diagonal down to the right. That's 1 and 2. Alright, now place 2 sets of 2s going horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 2. There's 2 sets of 2s. Alright. Now we're going to be placing a connected 3 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. Alright, now place 3, not 3 sets, it's 2 sets of 2s going horizontal on the upper level to the left. That's 1, 2, 1. And 1, 2, 2. That's 2 sets of 2s. Alright. Now 3 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the left. That's 1, 2, 3. Alright, now that you've done that, we're going to go ahead and fill this empty space here that we just created with the light gray concrete that we just created. With the light gray concrete outlining anyways. Alright, once you've done that, we're going to switch to the gray wool. Now with the gray wool, we're going to fill in these 3 empty spaces that we just created with the gray wool. So let's go ahead and do that now. I'm not going to cut this out or anything. We're just going to fill these in with the gray wool. right now because it's not that big. They're not that big of an empty space. So let's go ahead and do that and do this now. All right, there we go. All right, once you've done that, it should look like that. Now we're gonna go over to. We're gonna stay within the left side. Let's switch to the gray concrete. Now the gray concrete, starting on the top block of these 8 here that we created in the first part. Starting, I think it's the 8. Yeah, it's 8. So let's go to the top block, to the left side. We're going to be placing, what is this? 8, yeah, 8 blocks to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. Now place 2 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the left. Actually, no, let's place 3 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the left. So that's 1, 2, 3. Alright. Once you've done that, I'm going to go to the right side. I'm going to go over to the right leg this time. I'm going to switch to the light gray concrete again. Not the light gray concrete. We're going to be doing the exact same thing. We'll just make this circle here. But it's not going to be symmetrical, obviously. It's not going to be symmetrical. It's going to be it's not going to be the exact same thing, actually. So yeah. Let's go over to the 2 blocks that are going horizontal right here on the left side of the foot. We're going to go over to the right block. We're going to be placing 5 blocks to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And starting underneath the second block, place 2 blocks to the right. That's 1, 2. And now place 5 blocks on horizontal on the lower levels to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And place 1 block to the right. That's 1 of the 5 black concretes. Alright, now place 2 blocks going up to the right. That's 1, 2. And now place 5 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, we're going to go ahead and fill this empty space here that we just created with the light gray concrete. Alright, once you've done that, we're going to switch to the gray wool again. Not the gray wool. We're going to fill in this empty space here on the left side. Fill this in with the gray wool. I'm going to do that now. Fill this in with gray wool. It shouldn't take too long. There we go. Once you've done that, it should look like that. Now we're going to go over to. We're going to switch to the gray concrete again. Not the gray concrete. I'm going to go over to the top block of these 2 here that I had to place. Top block of these 2 here. Technically, it would be the 3rd block of the 19 blocks going diagonal here. We're going to go over to the right block of the. So on the right side of the 3rd block right here, we're going to be placing. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Placing 11 blocks to the right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 11 blocks to the right. So it should look like this. Alright, once you've done that, now we're pretty much finished with this entire area. Now we're going to go ahead and fill it in. So pay close attention. So let's start with the gray wool. Now the gray wool, we're going to fill in this empty space here on the left side. Everything below the gray concrete outlining, basically the gray concrete outlining. Everything here gets filled in with gray wool, except this area. This area gets filled in because it's an area between the legs. So it's the area between the legs. So once you've done that, you're going to switch to the gray concrete. Now with the gray concrete, we're going to fill in this empty space here. This extremely large area here. This gets filled in with the gray concrete. So let me go ahead and recap. These spaces here get filled in with gray wool, and then this extremely large empty space here gets filled in with gray concrete. So go ahead and do that now. And when you're done filling it all in, it should look like this. By the way, you can go ahead and get rid of the center block. We don't need the center block anymore. So yeah, let's go over to the top, and now we can work on these 2 empty spaces. The right one, we don't really need to worry about anything in it anyways. About the left here, we do need to worry about a specific outlining here. It's only a little bit though. I think we're completely done with the gray blocks now. Like we're completely done with the gray wool, the gray concrete, as well as like gray concrete. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get the yellow terracotta out, and as well as the yellow concrete powder. All right. Once you've gotten all of these blocks out, we're gonna go over to the top. We're gonna go over to here. We're gonna switch to yellow terracotta, not the yellow terracotta. We're going to be going to the top block of these 2 here that I had to place. It's in the very top of the area. Not the very top, but it's like around the top. All right. Now on the top block of these 2 here, on top of the 4 that's going horizontal, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going up to the right. That's 1, 2. All right. Now place 1 block going up to the right. That's 1. And now 2 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2. And now 3 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. And now another 2 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2. Alright, now I'll fly back a bit so you can see it. That should be looking like this. So we're going to go in, not fill in quite yet. We're going to switch to the light blue terracotta and the light gray wool. And I'll see both of these blocks. We're going to go over to the left side. We're going to start with the light blue terracotta. We're going to go over to these 4 here that are on the right side of this area here on the left side. On the right here, we're going to be placing 2 blocks to the left. That's 1, 2. And place 2 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the left. That's 1, 2. And then we're going to fill in this empty space here on the top with light blue terracotta. And once you've done that, switch to light gray wool. We're going to fill in the remaining empty space here with the light gray wool. Let's go ahead and do that now. Fill this empty space here with the light gray wool, which shouldn't take too long. It's not that big of an empty space. So yeah, there we go. Fill this in, and boom. Once you've done that, it should look like that. Now we're over to the right side. Let's work on the right arm first. Alright. So we're going to fill in this empty space here in between the arm and the stomach. So let's go ahead and do that now. And fill this in. Alright. Let's go over to the right side of staying within the same column of this black concrete. On the right side, on the middle block of these 2 blocks here, we're going to be placing 1 block. So that's 1. And then place 3 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. And then place 2 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1 and 2. Alright, now we're going to fill in this empty space here on the top of the light blue terracotta outlining. Fill this in with light blue terracotta. Alright, once you've done that, switch to the light gray wool. Now, for the light gray wool is on the top block of these next 3 here. Going down to the right, we're replacing 1 block to the right. That's 1. And then place 2 sets of 2s going horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 2. That's 2 sets of 2s. And fill in these 2 empty spaces here with the light gray wool. We'll go and do that now. Now switch to the white concrete. Not the white concrete. We're going to trace the outline here on the bottom of the light gray wool. We'll go and do that now. Alright, once you've done that, I'm going to go over to the bottom of the area this time. I'm going to go over down to this hand here, to her hand. I'm going to go over to the left side. With the white concrete, we're going to be placing 3 blocks to the left and the top block of these 2 here. That's 1, 2, 3. Now, starting on the right side of the top block of these 2 here, we'll place 2 blocks to the right. That's 1, 2. And place 1 block going up to the right. And now place 3 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. Alright. Now place 3 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the right. A normal one. That's 1, 2, 3. Like an actual one. Not just the one that goes overboard with these 2 here. Alright, now place 1 block going up to the right. That's 1. Alright, once you've done that, I'm going to switch to the light gray wool. Now, for the light gray wool, we're going to fill in everything below the white concrete outlining here. All 3 of these empty spaces get filled in with light gray wool. We're going to do that now. Fill all 3 of these empty spaces here with the light gray wool. Shouldn't take too long. Again, because light gray wooling, the light gray wool areas aren't that big. So, yeah. Once you've done that, it should look like that. So now that you've done that, we're going to go ahead and fill in a few areas now. So pay close attention. So we're also going to need our snow block for this one. We're going to go ahead and put away the light gray wool and the light blue terracotta for right now, as well as the white concrete. We're going to put all these 3 blocks away for right now. Alright. Now we're going to switch to... first we're going to switch to the yellow terracotta. Not yellow terracotta, the yellow concrete powder. We're going to start with the yellow concrete powder. We're going to fill in these 2 empty spaces on the left side and the right side of the arm here. Fill these 2 empty spaces. This extra really large empty space here, as well as a smaller empty space here on the right that kind of goes in between this empty space. That goes in between there and goes a little bit down there. Once you've done that, switch to the yellow terracotta. Not the yellow terracotta. Fill in this empty space here above the yellow terracotta outlining with the yellow terracotta. And once you've done that, switch to the snow block. Not the snow block. Everything right here on this empty space here on the right side, on the right arm, basically gets filled in with snow block. All right. We're going to go and recap. These 2 empty spaces here get filled in with yellow concrete powder. And once you've done that, switch to yellow terracotta. Fill this empty space here with yellow terracotta. And then this empty space here gets filled in with snow block. So go ahead and do those now. And when you're done filling them all in, it should look like this. So now we're going to move on to the top here. We're going to move on to this area here. This one singular area here. So, this by the way, cut off right there. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. We're going to cut this entire area here off in between the head and the fur there. So let's start off with the yellow. Actually, we're going to go ahead and put these away right now, the yellow blocks. We're going to need the light gray wool and the white concrete and the light blue terracotta. Now, with all of these blocks in hand, we're going to start with the white concrete actually. And then the white concrete, we're going to start underneath the red block of these two blocks here. From here, we're going to be placing one block, so that's one. Now switch to the snow, starting on the left side of the white concrete, place one block to the left, that's one. And switch to the white concrete again, starting underneath the snow block, we're placing two blocks underneath, that's 1, 2. And then starting on the right side of this block right here, that's going diagonal from the white concrete. On the right side, place two blocks to the right, that's 1, 2. And then place three blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the right, that's 1, 2, 3. And then place one block going up to the right, that's 1. And then three blocks going up to the right, that's 1, 2, 3. And then starting on the top block of the 3 here that we just made, place one to the right. And starting in the middle block of the left side, place two blocks to the left, that's 1, 2. Alright, once you've done that, we're going to go over to the top here. We're going to go over to these 3 here that are going horizontal on the upper level to the right from these 6 here. Yeah, 6. Let's go over to the left side of the 3. We're going to be placing 8 blocks to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, no, that's 9 blocks. It's not 8. But it's better. Alright. Now we're going to switch to the light gray wool. Now for the light gray wool, we're going to fill in this empty space here that we just created with the white concrete outlining with the light gray wool. Let's go ahead and do that now, and it shouldn't take too long. It's not that big of an area anyway. Let's go ahead and fill this in with the light gray wool, and there we go. Almost done already. And boom. Alright, once you've done that, it should look like that. Now we're going to go over to the bottom here. And we're going to switch to we're going to maintain with the white concrete. With the white concrete, I'm going to go over to the left side. I'm going to go over to these 5 here that are going up to the left from these, technically 2 sets of 2s here. Let's go over to the middle block. We're going to be placing 2 blocks on top. We're going up, so that's 1, 2. Starting on the right block and the middle block of those 5 there. Alright, now place 1 block going up to the right. That's 1. And now 2 blocks. Actually, no, it's 2 sets of 2s going on to the right. That's 1, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 2. That's 2 sets of 2s. And then place a connected 3 blocks going on to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. And then place 3 blocks, not 3. It's 2 blocks going up to the right. That's 1, 2. And place 1 block going up to the right. That's 1. And then place 2 blocks going down to the right. That's 1, 2. And place 2 blocks going up to the right. That's 1, 2. Alright. Now we're going to be placing 1 block going up to the right. That's 1. And then 1 block going down to the right. That's 1. And then 2 blocks going down to the right. That's 1, 2. And now 2 blocks going diagonal up to the right. That's 1 and 2. Alright, now 2 blocks going on to the right. That's 1, 2. Alright, now we're going to go over to the right side. And we're going to go over to the top here. Go over to the top of the 1 block going diagonal from these 4 here I had to place in the first part. Or no, I think, yeah, it was the first part. So let's go over to the top. We're going to be placing 2 blocks going diagonal up to the right. That's 1, 2. Alright. Place 2 blocks going diagonal up to the right. That's what I meant. Alright. Now we're going to go all the way down here to the bottom of this empty space here. We're going to go over to the 2 sets of 2s I had to place in the first part. We're going to go over to the right block. We're going to place in 1 block. So that's 1. And then 2 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2. And then 4 blocks going diagonal up to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, now we're going to switch to the light blue not concrete, it's the light blue terracotta. Not the light blue terracotta, starting on top of the 3 blocks that I had to place in the first part. 3 black concretes anyways. On top, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going diagonal up to the left. That's 1 and 2. Alright, now place 2 blocks going up to the right. That's 1, 2. Alright, and fill these empty spaces here with the light blue concrete. Not light blue terracotta. Alright, now going back up here, we're going to go over to the lightning bolt the black concrete that looks like a lightning bolt. I'm going to go over to the bottom block here, the right side, place 1 block to the right. That's 1. And now 2 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2. And then 2 blocks going diagonal up to the right. That's 1 and 2. And then 3 blocks going diagonal up to the left. That's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. Alright, now we're going to fill in this empty space here that we just created with the light blue terracotta. So I'm going to do that now. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and do we're going to go ahead and do another filling in process. So pay close attention, because we're going to need the blocks that we're going to need here. And by the way, you can go ahead and get rid of the light blue terracotta now. You don't need it anymore. Alright, so all the blocks that we're going to need, we don't need the white concrete anymore. Yeah, we don't need the white concrete anymore. Alright, all the blocks that we're going to need for this next filling in process is just the light gray wool and the snow block. So, alright, let's start with the light gray wool. Now, the light gray wool, we're going to fill in everything below the white terracotta, the white concrete outlining I meant that you just made right here. Fill these empty spaces here, both of these empty spaces, with the light gray wool. Once you've done that, we're going to go over to the right side, and we're going to fill in these two empty spaces here on the right side as well. Basically, the white concrete is also kind of surrounding it. Alright, fill this small empty space as well as this bigger empty space here in the bottom here. Fill those in with light gray wool, and once you've done that, switch to the snow block. Now the snow block, and we're filling the remaining empty spaces here with the snow block, excluding this empty space here. Excluding this area right here. You never fill that in with anything, because it's an area between the arm and the stomach. All right. So go ahead. So I'm gonna go ahead and recap first. All right. Fill these two empty spaces here with light gray wool, and then fill these 2 empty spaces here on the right side with light gray wool, and then fill in all the remaining empty spaces here with the snow block, including these smaller empty spaces like the one right there and the one right there. So go ahead and do that now. And when you're done filling them all in, it should look like this. So now we're going to move on to the head now. We're officially almost done. We just got to do the head and then the ears. The orange parts. The orange areas, basically, of the ears. Alright. So, to start things off, we're going to start with the yellow terracotta. Now, the yellow terracotta, we're going to go over to the right side and fill in this empty space here on the right side with the yellow terracotta. Go ahead and do that now. It's not even that big of an empty space. Let's go ahead and fill this in the yellow terracotta. It's not even that big. So, alright, we're basically almost done with this empty space. Fill it in anyways. Fill this in. Boom. Alright, once you've done that, it should look like that. Now we're going to go over to the left, and we're going to continue outlining with the yellow terracotta. Alright, now we're going to go over, first we're going to go over to the 3s to the 2s here. I'm going to continue from there by placing 1 block going down to the left. That's 1. And not 1, from the start on the left side of it. We're going to be placing 1 block to the left. That's 1. And then place 2 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the left. That's 1, 2. And now we're going to go ahead and repeat this pattern right here that we just created one more time. Let's go ahead and do that now. That's 1 and 1, 2. Just like that. By the way, you can go ahead and get rid of the light gray wool now. We're completely done with the light gray wool. Yeah, we're done with the light gray wool completely. Alright, once you've done that, we're going to go over to the 7 blocks, I believe. Yeah, the 7 blocks here. We're going over to the 6th block. On the right side, place 1 block to the right. That's 1. And now place 6 sets of 2s going up to the right. That's 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 5. And 1, 2, 6. That's 6 sets of 2s. Let's go to place some blocks. Alright. Once you've done that, we're going to go over to the left. We're going to go over to this area here. We're going to go over to the 2 sets of 3s here. We're going to go over to the 2nd set. We're going to be placing 2 blocks going down to the left. That's 1, 2. And place 4 blocks going down to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, once you've done that, we're going to go over to the right side this time. We're going to go over to the right ear. We're going to go over to the right side. We're going to go over to these 3 blocks that are horizontal, that are going horizontal. Alright, starting the left side, left block. On top, place 1 block, so that's 1. And then fill this empty space here with the yellow terracotta. And once you've done that, we're going to go over to these other 3 here that are more above. We're going to go into the middle block. We're going to be placing 3 blocks on top. That's 1, 2, 3. And then place 3 sets of 2s going up to the left. That's 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, and 1, 2, 3. That's 3 sets of 2s. And then place 1 block going up to the left. That's 1. Alright, once you've done that, everything should be looking exactly like this so far. Alright. So now we're going to go ahead and work on the... Actually, before we do that, before we actually get into the filling in process, let's go ahead and... not filling in process. Let's go ahead and do another filling in process that goes intention, because there's going to be a lot of areas we fill in, and we're not going to fill the exclusion of these 2 empty spaces here. Alright. Let's, I think, we're going to need all these blocks here. We're going to need, not all of the blocks, but basically all of these, basically these 3 blocks here. The snow, the yellow concrete powder, and the yellow terracotta. Alright, let's start with the yellow concrete powder. Now the yellow concrete powder, we're going to fill in this entire empty space here that goes from the left, basically the nose, the right side of the nose, going all the way over to the right, and kind of goes in between here, and goes all the way up to the right, and goes up to the top of the pixel art, and it goes down a little bit. Alright, and once you've done that, we're going to go over to the left side and go over to the left ear. We're going to fill this empty space here, this smaller empty space, with the yellow concrete powder. And once you've done that, we're going to switch to the yellow terracotta. Now the yellow terracotta, we're going to fill in this smaller empty space here with the yellow terracotta, as well as this empty space here, right here. Fill this in with yellow terracotta, and then as well as these two empty spaces here with the yellow terracotta. Alright, and once you've done that, switch to the snow block. Now the snow block, we're going to fill in this empty space here, this entire empty space here. It's probably the largest empty space here out of all of them. We're going to fill this in with the snow block. So let me go ahead and recap. This empty space here, yellow concrete powder, as well as this empty space here, yellow concrete powder as well. Alright, and then yellow terracotta, this area, and these 2 empty spaces all get filled in with yellow terracotta, and then with snow, fill this entire empty space here with snow. So go ahead and do that now. And when you're done filling them all in, it should look like this. So now we're going to go ahead and start on the right one. I think I'm going to start on the right ear here. Alright, let's go ahead and get rid of the yellow terracotta, the yellow concrete powder, as well as the snow block, because we're done with all of those blocks. So now we're going to switch to the orange terracotta. Now the orange terracotta, we're going to start on the 1 block that's going diagonal down to left, and these 2 blocks that are going horizontal with these like 7 blocks that are going diagonal. With the black concrete. So on the left side of this block right here, we're going to be placing 1 block to the left with the orange terracotta. Alright, now we're going to be placing 5 blocks. Actually, no, 2 sets of 5s going horizontal on the lower level to the left. That's 2 sets of 5s. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2. That's 2 sets of 5s. Alright, and now place 4 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, and now we're going to go over to the 7 blocks that are going diagonal from the right block of the 5 there. Alright, let's go over to the 6th block. Underneath the 6th block, place 2 blocks underneath. That's 1 and 2. And now place 3 blocks going diagonal down to the left. That's 1, 2, and 3. And now place 2 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2. And now 1 block going down to the right. That's 1. And another 2 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2. And then place 5 sets of 3s going horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 5 sets of 3s. That's 1, 2, 3, 1. And 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 5. That's 5 sets of 3s. Just go all over the place in blocks. Head back over. Now we're going to be placing 4 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, that's not 5, it's 4. So it should look like this. Alright, once you've done that, we're going to switch to the orange concrete. Now the orange concrete, we're going to go over to the same 7 blocks that are going diagonal. We're going to move down a bit, go into these 2 blocks that are going horizontal. We're starting on the left side of the 2 here. We're going to be placing 2 blocks going diagonal up to the left with the orange concrete. So that's 1 and 2. Alright, now 2 blocks going up to the left. That's 1, 2. And now 1 block going up to the left. That's 1. And then 3 blocks going up to the left. That's 1, 2, 3. And then 2 blocks going up to the left again. That's 1, 2. And then place 3 blocks going up to the left. That's 1, 2, 3. Alright, going over to the right. We're going to go over to... Let's go over to the 3 sets of 3s, actually. Let's go over to the first set of the 3 sets of 3s here. We're going to go over to the middle block. We're going to be placing 2 blocks going diagonal down to the left. That's 1 and 2. Alright, now place 2 blocks going down to the left. That's 1, 2. And now, starting on the bottom block of these 2 that we just created, starting on the left side, we're going to be placing 7 blocks to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, now I'm going to bring it up by placing 1 block going up to the left. That's 1. And then place 7 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then place 1 block going down to the left. That's 1. And then place 6 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, 2 blocks going down to the right. That's 1, 2. Alright, and to finish this off, we're going to be placing 10 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 10 blocks. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, once you've done that, it should be making contact with the bottom block of these 5 here. It should look like this. Alright, let's go over to the top right corner now. Let's go over to the 2 sets of 2s that you placed right after the 3 sets of 3s here. Let's go over to the bottom block. Not bottom block. Let's go over to the top block of the 3 sets of 3s. On the left side, place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're placing 10 blocks to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Not 12, oh, that's 10. Alright, now place 2 sets of 2s going up to the left. That's 1, 2, 1. And 1, 2, 2. That's 2 sets of 2s. And then place 3 blocks going up to the left. That's 1, 2, 3. Alright. Everything should be looking exactly like this so far. Alright, once you've done that, we're going to go over to the left side now. We're going to work on the left side. The left one here. The left one's it's more simple, honestly. Alright. And that's pretty obvious. Alright, let's go over to the left side. Let's start with orange terracotta. Now with orange terracotta, we're going to go over to the 2 blocks that are going horizontal on the upper level to the left and these 5 here on the very bottom here. Let's go over to the right block this time. We're going to be placing 3 sets of 2s going horizontal on the upper level to the right. That is 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, and 1, 2, 3. That's 3 sets of 2s. And now 1 block going up to the right. That's 1. And then 2 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2. And we're going to go ahead and repeat this exact pattern right here that I just highlighted one more time. So that's 1 and 1, 2. Just like that. Alright, now place 5 blocks going diagonal up to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright, now place 2 blocks going up to the right. That's 1, 2. Alright, now 1 block going up to the right. That's 1. And we're going to go ahead and repeat this pattern right here one more time. Let's go ahead and do that now. That's 1, 2, and 1. Just like that. And to finish this off, place 2 blocks going up to the right. That's 1, 2. Alright, now switch to the orange concrete. Now the orange concrete, we're going to go over to the top here. We're going to go over to these 2 blocks that are going up from this 1 block that's going diagonal on top of the middle block. The 1 block that's going up on top of the middle block of these 3 blocks here. Alright, we're going to start on top of it. We're going to be placing 3 blocks going diagonal up to the right. That's 1, 2, and 3. So place 1 block. Alright, staying within the same column, we're going to start on top of this block right here. We're going to be placing 3 blocks on top. That's 1, 2, 3. And then place 2 blocks going up to the right. That's 1, 2. Alright, once you've done that, we're going to go over to the left. We're going to go to the bottom left corner here. Again, except it's going to be on the 2 sets of 5s here. Let's go over to the second set. Let's go to the top block. We're going to be placing 2 sets of 3s going horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 2. That's 2 sets of 3s. And place 2 blocks going down to the right. That's 1, 2. And then 3 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. And then 1 block going down to the right. That's 1. And now 4 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 4 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then place 1 block going down to the left. That's 1. Now what we're going to do next is go over to the we're going to follow this little line here going up to the left within the 2 sets of 2s. And then we're going to move up again by going to this 1 block going diagonal. And then we move up again and we get to these two blocks, these first 2 blocks here. These 2 sets here. Let's go up to the top block. We're going to be placing 2 sets of 4s going horizontal on the upper level to right and the top block on the right side. And we're placing 2 sets of 4s. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. That's 2 sets of 4s. Alright, now 2 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2. And I place 2 blocks going up to the right. That's 1, 2. And then 1 block going up to the left. That's 1. And now 4 blocks going up to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And now 4 blocks going up to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then finally, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going up to the left. That's 1, 2. And it should be making contact with the left block of those 3 blocks I had to place in the very previous part, I should say. All right. Everything should be looking exactly like this so far now. Go ahead and pause the video now if you need to adjust from here, because we're going to do another filling in process. So pay close attention, because this is going to be the final part of the tutorial, final thing we do in the tutorial series. Because yes, we're basically done with the tutorial with the pixel art. Pretty much, we just got to fill in everything here. So with individual blocks. So starting with the orange concrete powder, we're going to fill in this empty space here in the top left corner. This area gets filled in with orange concrete powder, as well as this empty space here in the middle here, as well as these 2 empty spaces on the right side here. Also get filled in with orange concrete powder. And once you've done that, go over to the right side. We're going to fill in these 2 empty spaces here with the orange concrete powder, as well as this empty space here in the top right corner. This also gets filled in with orange concrete powder. And once you've done that, we're going to go over to the middle of the area here, the middle of, not the area, but the middle of the outlining here, and fill these 2 empty spaces here with the orange concrete powder. And once you've done that, we're going to switch to the orange concrete. Now, the orange concrete, you may have guessed, everything above the orange concrete, orange terracotta outlining, anyways, gets filled in with the orange concrete, as well as this empty space here on the right side, and this empty space here on the right side. Basically, everything above the orange terracotta outlining gets filled in with orange concrete here. As first thing within the outline, fill these in with orange concrete. And once you've done that, we're going to switch to orange terracotta. Now, the orange terracotta, we're going to fill in these 2 remaining empty spaces here with the orange terracotta. Alright, let me go ahead and recap. This empty space, this empty space, this empty space, and this empty space all get filled with orange concrete powder, as well as this empty space, this empty space, this empty space, and this empty space also get filled with orange concrete powder. And once you've done that, switch to orange concrete. This empty space, this empty space, and this empty space get filled with orange concrete powder, orange concrete. And once you've done that, switch to orange terracotta, and we're going to fill in this empty space and this empty space with orange terracotta. And now we'll see right after this filling in process. So go ahead and do that now, basically. And we're done filling them all in. It should look like this. So there you have it, a tutorial on how to make my Braixen pixel art. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I sure did it as well. I enjoyed making the pixel art. And fun fact, Braixen is one of my favorite characters. Probably my top 10 or something like that. I don't know. I'll give a list of my top 10 favorite Pokemon soon. I don't know when, but I'll choose my top 10. I have to choose my top 10 though. But I know Braixen is in my top 10 though. It's like probably around top 5 or something like that. But because I really like Braixen, I like the design of Braixen. I like how that it's a fire type, and I also like that there's a stick that Braixen has, and that's why I like Braixen so much. It's got a stick, the tail that it can grab from the tail and then just attack with its stick, and it's super cool. I really like Braixen. That's why I like Braixen. It's a fire type. It's got a unique way of attacking because it's got a stick with it, and it's really cool. I really like Braixen. Anyways, yeah. For pixel art, for the next pixel art, obviously Sylveon when it comes to old pixel arts is next. But aside with Sylveon, I was thinking of either finishing Eevee as a pixel art, which I never really finished Eevee in the first place because I'm too late. I'm usually too lazy, so yeah. Or I could do Duot, which is a Pokemon in I can't remember which generation it was. I know that Duot is in the Pokemon anime, Pokemon Black and White. I know that. I've watched it before. I think. I don't know. I might have watched it. I might have not, but watched it. I don't know. Although I do 100% remember watching all the XY series, and I remember really enjoying the XY series as well as the XYZ series. I also really enjoyed that. But yeah, that's basically it. That's basically complete. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I 100% enjoyed it. Remember to eat your greens, stay healthy, stay hydrated. You guys know the drill by now. And peace.